Hey, welcome back to Six Hearts on Six Acres. Anybody else love a really sour, crunchy snack? I know that I do. That is one of my favorite things to have in the summertime after working out in the yard in the hot sun, is to come inside and just get something really cold and sour and crunchy. And I am going to show you how to do that tonight. We are going to make some pickled carrots. So the first thing I need to do is gather up some of my carrots from the garden. You want to start with carrots that are young and tender. Carrots that you planted this spring would be perfect for this, and that is what I am going to pull up right now. So you can see I have a good patch of them right here. See what else I can get in here. Oh, those ones are little. There's a good sized one. This is an awful funny looking carrot. Isn't that crazy how sometimes they just twist themselves up like this? I planted a whole bed of these purple carrots and I only got one that is a good size out of the whole bed. Most of them are just tiny blocky little nothings. So I am excited for this one though. Hopefully it tastes good. I got tired last night and went ahead and went to bed before I was able to get these carrot pickles made. So that is what I am doing this morning. I brought them outside because I realized it was going to make a huge mess in my house. But what I'm going to do first is just take the green off of the carrot and lay it to the side. I'm not throwing these away. I am going to dehydrate them and powder them to throw into soups and casseroles and just other recipes all year long. I did try and make pesto with my carrot tops last year. I've heard a lot of people say how good that was. I personally did not care for it, so I'm not going to make that again. But I don't want them to go to waste because they are an excellent source of vitamins and nutrition. So I'm just going to get all of these carrots broken off and added to my bowl here so I can give them a good scrub, get them peeled, and start making our pickles.
Wash your hands, otherwise we're gonna get dirty.
All right, the girls behind me are washing up our jars, and I'm going to start peeling these carrots. I am peeling these scraps into a bowl because we will give them to our chickens when we are finished. Peeling is by far the most time-consuming task of making these pickles, especially when you're working with carrots that are pretty small. It's kind of a pain. But it is recommended, so I guess I will do it. I know some people don't do what you want in that situation. When we're just eating them, like if I'm throwing them into soups or stews, I typically just scrub them really well and don't peel them. But for canning purposes, I do try to get them peeled pretty well.
Hello, we're peeling garlic. this is what they look like when they're unpeeled. And you did it like Mommy.
You're doing a good job. What?
So did the carrot.
You want to show them a carrot?
And this is a carrot. Only 6 pieces of carrot.
That's all we got?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we need to do another one then.
We're gonna do another batch of carrot. This is what they look like when they don't get peeled. This is what they look like when they're half peeled. And Olivia and Avery are doing it too.
Carrot down!
What happened?
My carrot slipped out of my hand and it went flying.
Flying into a bowl.
Isaac, look at this huge garlic.
Look at this one. Look at this huge dough that they're doing. On a hot summer night, they got really got a shine.
All right, the next thing I'm going to do is just cut the tails and the heads off. And then if they're big, thick carrots, I am going to cut them in half. Get them ready for jars. Any other 90s kids get reminded of the Mrs. Doubtfire movie when you're looking at these carrots? When she brings home dinner from the restaurant and puts it on the plate like she made it herself. That is exactly what I'm thinking of as I'm cutting these tiny little carrots. I am on the way out to the chickens. We are going to trade some carrot scraps for some eggs this morning. Also, this rooster is here and he terrifies me, so I will not be opening the door. How many eggs are you sitting on? I have a chicken that is eating eggs, and I don't know who it is. It's pretty aggravating. All right, we have our carrots all prepared, so we are gonna make the brine. This brine is gonna be 6 cups of vinegar. You can use white vinegar or apple cider vinegar, either way. And 2 cups of water. I added my water in the sink, and I'm just going to pour this into my pot to get it boiling.
Pour it out.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm also going to add half a cup of salt to this. I prefer to use the pink Himalayan salt, so that's what I am going with. Alright, I was a little bit short on my pink Himalayan salt, so I am going to use some of this canning and pickling salt just to top off my half of a cup. This stuff is a little bit clumpy. It's kind of old, but it'll be fine. gonna dissolve anyways. We're gonna call that a half a cup. Okay, I'm just gonna let that come to a boil, and we are gonna start filling our jars. Now I'm gonna do one just to show the girls how to do it, and then they're gonna finish off the rest of these jars. I do not know why my light is being wonky. It keeps going from dark to bright, so sorry about that. I have some freshly washed dill here. I'm just gonna break some sprigs off. Stick those inside my jar. Ella, will you give me a garlic clove, please? Alright, I'm going to stick in a whole garlic clove. I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of dill seed. And then I'm going to start packing my carrots into this jar.
How much carrots will you want in there?
Till it's full.
Will it be enough for 9 cups?
I don't know. Might be, might not.
We'll have some more carrots. Did we use all those carrots today?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were just stems.
I had a couple of jalapenos left over as well for my jalapeno strawberry jam. So I'm going to add these to one of the jars as well.
Spicy.
They're not too spicy.
Can I do one with jalapenos?
What?
Can I do one of them with jalapenos?
Sure.
What'd you do?
Well, I put so many carrots in there, I can't fit the jalapenos.
Take one out.
I'm going to take a few of them out. Alright, we're going to call that good. Alright, that jar is full. My brine has a nice boil going on. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my jar.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go into that jar with a hot lid. I cannot find my magnet tool. Use one if you know where yours is. And a ring. And as soon as we get all of these jars filled, they are going to go into our water bath canner. Brine, so I had to make some more, and all I had was apple cider vinegar. So that is what I am using for these last 3 jars. Our carrot pickles kind of turned into a few jars of carrot pickles and several jars of, I don't even know exactly how you say it, Giardiniera, I think is how you say it. But just pickled mixed vegetables. They are going to be delicious. Corey and I like to have like charcuterie boards a lot on our date nights, and they're the perfect lunch for kids. So these will be a great addition to those, as well as just taking a jar to the lake to snack on while we are playing in the water, or a cool healthy snack after a long day of playing outside. So I have my jars full. I am just going to wipe those rims off. I feel like I overfilled my jars a little bit, but I'm going to go with it. If they don't seal, I will just, I'm going to take some of those out. If they don't seal, I'll stick them in the fridge to use up, but I think that they'll be fine. Are these not the prettiest things? These would make excellent gifts as well. And into the canner they're gonna go. All right, there is our timer. Let's get these jars out of the canner. The ones that have purple carrots are gonna look like they are in pink water. So pretty. I'm gonna let these jars sit here and cool for 24 hours without being touched, and then I will move them down to my basement where they will be there for permanent storage. We're not going to eat these until they have sat for about 3 weeks to make sure that they really get a good pickle on them and that they're super flavorful, crispy, and delicious when we're ready to eat them. Look how beautiful these jars are. Let me find one back here with the purple in it. It's the prettiest. That jar is just so pretty. I know they're going to be delicious. Thanks so much for hanging out with me yesterday and today as we worked in the kitchen to preserve our harvest. I grow all this food so that we can eat it. We try to not waste any of it. So anything that we don't eat fresh, I try to preserve for the year. Carrot pickles and jars of Giardiniera are going to be a delicious, healthy, beautiful snack for us to eat on. If you like videos like this and you want to see other videos of how I am going to preserve the harvest of everything that I have in my garden, lots of canning, lots of dehydrating, lots of freezing, go ahead and like and subscribe and join us for the rest. I'm going to go ahead and get all of those carrot tops washed and put into my dehydrator, and I will meet you back here next time. Until then, God bless.